So hello guys, ये proper induction है that how your journey for next 2 to 3 months are going to look like and what things you should focus on, right? So induction में I'll only talk about the very macro level things. Once you get your mentors, when things will start shaping up, you are going to get the details. So my name is not a Shubham, so you can that name is mentioned on the profile. So my name is Prashant, and I am Indore pass out of class 2018. So that is my small introduction. So here I'm going to talk about the four pillar strategy. So four pillar means that your complete preparation is going to lie on these four pillars. So first one is related to you, second one is related to your graduation, your academics, third one is your work experience, and fourth one is your anything and everything. So the most rigorous one is anything and everything and about you. Other two things are quite manageable, but first and fourth point is more important. So coming to about you part, so people don't know about themselves, right? So mostly they will be asked very simple questions that who are you, like who is Aditya. आपके बारे में ही पूछा जाएगा, but still we don't give any concrete points or anything that can be discussed further or that can be talked on, right? So who are you when in 1960 or 1961 when IIM Calcutta started, उस साल भी यही क्वेश्चन पूछा गया था और इस साल भी 70 to 80% से यही क्वेश्चन पूछा जाएगा. Who are you? Introduce yourself. Like this is just the ice breaking question so that you will feel comfortable and you can give some points to talk on, right? But people don't think that ये क्वेश्चन कितना important होगा. लोग क्या करते हैं, their cousins or their brothers have done their introduction or they just Google, right, कि how to introduce in the interview. That is not going to help you in the interview. So there will be one proper session on this that you guys going to get, but my suggestion will be you just write your own version and then keep on refining. You won't take any inspiration सेल से. इंस्पिरेशन लोगे तो वैसा ही आंसर दिखेगा, ठीक. और फिर जब उसकी लेयर ओपन होगी ना, तो उसके बाद फिर उसको डिफेंड करना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा. सो जस्ट फिगर आउट कि who are you, right? So I was talking to someone, so this guy was interviewed last year from one of the like blackies, and they asked him very simple question. You are a content writer. So this guy was a content writer, and they asked very simple question that what is the relation between, what is the similarities between you and a terrorist, right? So like what will be the answer of this? Very simple answer, right? He needs to be creative, but he got blank, right? Terrorists are very like patient, they are very like disciplined, right? If you know, if you read about the terrorism industry, will know कि Nokia 1100 क्यों यूज होता है और कैसियो का वो सिंपल वाला वॉच क्यों यूज होता है. So I'm not saying कि terrorist बनना, but at least you should know that what are the parallels you do or you follow in your career or who are you, right? Strength weakness कहा जाता है तो लोग मोस्टली स्ट्रेंथ वीकनेस में बता देंगे कि वीकनेस इज आई एम वेरी इमोशनल, राइट, आई एम very hardworking as a strength, but this is not going to help you in actual interview. You need to be follow giving them some stories that why you think this is your strength or weakness, right? Being emotional sometimes becomes your strength also. So how it becomes your strength? If you are emotional, right? So you know like how to connect with your customer. कभी कभी लगता है कि जो डील्स हैं वो क्रैक हो जाती है. So I'll tell you one story. So when Microsoft was trying to buy the Nokia, right? तो सब कुछ सही चल रहा था, एवरीथिंग वाज गोइंग. सो लास्ट डे जो था, मतलब जिस दिन डील साइन होनी थी, सो आई थिंक बामर वाज द सीईओ दैट टाइम. सो दैट द ऑफर दैट दे वर अबाउट टू मेक, Nokia was not agreeing to that. They are asking some more $1 billion, but Microsoft has said कि इतने इससे ज्यादा हम नहीं दे पाएंगे. और there was some boardroom discussion, I don't remember exactly, but एक चीज बामर ने किया था. What he did, he has taken the glass of water and just put it on head. उसने अपना, like he was bald and he just put that glass, broken in that glass on his head. So these type of stories you'll think, and you think that ki being emotional sometimes become very like strength in your life, right? फिर उसके बाद अचीवमेंट और फेलियर, 99% तुम लोग यही आंसर लिखोगे. इफ यू हैव क्रैक्ड जेई, देन if you are from IIT Bombay, IIT Kanpur or any good NIT, then you will write कि that is my biggest achievement. फेलियर में वो लोग लिखेंगे जिन्होंने जेई क्रैक नहीं किया था. जब मतलब फर्स्ट आंसर मतलब जो भी लिख के लाते हैं मेरे मेंटी लास्ट 6 and 7 year, they always write the same answer कि those who cleared JEE, they will put as an achievement. On the other side of the story, they put it as a failure, right? So this is just a glimpse कि about you में क्या क्या questions हो सकते हैं. It can be related to your father. So 4-5 years back, there was one lady and her father was working in, I think, this some nuclear power plant. So one of her interviews were completely on only on that power plant or nuclear power, everything. So suppose your father is a IAS, right? Or a public servant or whatever he is doing. And वो पूछते हैं कि what your father do, or maybe sometimes you have already mentioned in your form. और वो पूछने लगते हैं कि मतलब what your father do and what's his responsibility. So sometimes they might get interested in that and you are not able to tell. It means कि इंटरव्यू के टाइम तो जब वाई MBA तुमसे पूछा जाएगा तो तुम लोग तो बोलोगे कि आई एम कमिंग हियर फॉर नेटवर्किंग. जब नेटवर्किंग घर पे ही नहीं की है तो बाहर क्या नेटवर्किंग करोगे तुम. सो know your father, know your family, right? So this is the approach I always say. Take bottom up approach. Bottom means you, your family, then your society, where are you living, the state, the city that you are living, the country, then the world, right? So it's a bottom up approach. Then उसके बाद आता why shall we select you. उसमें फिर वही घिसा पिटा आंसर, I'm very hard working, ये वो. So again you should be giving very like prepared answer. ऐसा भी ना लगे कि एकदम रिहर्स करके आयो, बट बी लाइक आमिर खान. तो आमिर खान ऑलवेज practice everything, right? So if you know about Amir Khan, then you can understand ki what these actors do generally, right? Then comes your graduation. So branch and specialization. So if you are, most of you will be engineers, I know, but then again, if you are a BBA grad or BA grad, whatever you are, then branch and specialization comes very handy. So sometimes people ask ki, sir, I already spent 3+ years in the company, so I need to revise this. Yes, you need to revise not everything I'll say, but yeah, a few of the basics of the syllabus at least. यूनिवर्सिटी सारी में जो भी यूनिवर्सिटी से तुम पढ़े हो, जो भी IIT से पढ़े हो, just go there and just have a look what they are teaching currently or what they have taught. उसके बाद 2 subjects of your choice becomes very handy, and plus some basic generic questions about your branch, right? This thing will be coming from us, but yeah, that will not be enough sometimes. So you need to revise all this. This is not going to take much of your time, but at least just know that कि ये भी एक pillar होगा graduation part आप तुम लोग का, right? Then it comes your work experience. So again, bottom up approach. Your work, अभी जो ये TCS Infosys टाइप कंपनी में लोग काम करते हैं, वो लोग बोलेंगे सर हम तो कुछ करते ही नहीं, हम बस केवल जीरा पे टिकट रेस करते हैं, blah blah blah. This is not going to again help. You need to be prepared what exactly you are doing. If you are just wasting your time in Infosys, TCS और Wipro इस टाइप की कंपनीज में, उनको फिर यही लगेगा कि why not to choose someone else who has done good work, right? If you are a fresh like work people with work ex. Then again about company. So कंपनी के बारे में, if you are working for टाटा ग्रुप कंपनी, तो बहुत सारी कंपनियों के बारे में पढ़ना पड़ेगा. टाटा टेक्नोलॉजीज का IPO अभी आया था. So what they do, so there are a lot of buzz around it. There are a lot of things coming in the news. So maybe professor has read about those and you should know about this. Even if you are working in TCL, but at least you should know about what is happening in Tata Power, right? Tata Power recently is in news again. I don't know how, but yeah, so that you need to know competition of a company. So there will be like maybe your company is not very popular, but at least some competition is doing something, right? So, and competition can be anything. So if I remember correctly, so Edelweiss CEO, she was in one of the podcasts, I think she was saying ki the biggest competitor of mutual fund industry is the Swiggy and Zomato, right? So that will sound you absurd, but actual mein if you go to basics and drill down, then you will find ki this as youngsters, we are spending more of our money, more of our savings on eating or giving Zomato or Swiggy. So अदरवाइज वी हैड, हम लोग ये पैसा सेव करते हैं और कहीं म्यूचुअल फंड में या शेयर्स में लगाते हैं. सो दैट टाइप ऑफ कंपटीशन कैन आल्सो कम, राइट? सो plus your complete industry. So if suppose you are coming from IT industry, so there is a slowdown, so lot of question can be asked around it. So this will take time. Suppose people who are freshers, they have just started working, yeah, you need to be very thorough with all this. If you are already working, then most of the things will be coming from your work experience. So be ready with your work experience. Then comes anything and everything, right? So history, geography, economics, current affairs. So we will provide you with the resources, but इसका कोई एंड नहीं है. दुनिया जब से शुरू हुई थी तब से लेके आज तक, और आगे का भी जो प्रोजेक्शंस हैं वो कुछ भी पूछा जा सकता है. इसको अगर इस पोर्शन में जा रहा है तुम्हारा डिस्कशन, तो इट मीन्स कि you haven't given them any concrete points. When there were icebreaker questions or they want to create pressure, there will be two types of situation, right? So don't worry about this section. We will practice a lot. So ये तो हम लोग रोज ही करेंगे, current affairs, history, geography, but you should focus first on your first three pillars, right? So this is something from my side, right? Thank you.